Scientists just created mice with 2 biological dads, okay, and hope to replicate the process with humans. After creating stem cells from 8-week-old male mice, scientists manipulated the genetic code of the cell to create a mature egg. After successful cultivation, the eggs were fertilized and implanted into a surrogate mouse, which eventually resulted in the birth of 7 mouse pups. Mouse pups. Wow, how cute. The breakthrough could revolutionize infertility treatments as well as potentially create a new method of conception for same-sex couples. Research director Katsuhiko Hayashi presented the findings at the 3rd International Summit on Human Genome Editing at the Francis Crick Institute in London in March, at the beginning of this month. He told attendees that studies could potentially result in successful replications with human cells within a decade, all right? Within a decade. I believe in science even more after this. Watch this.
Scientists have created mice with 2 biological fathers by generating eggs from male cells, a development that opens up radical new possibilities for reproduction. The advance could ultimately pave the way for treatments for severe forms of infertility, as well as raising the tantalizing prospect of same-sex couples being able to have a biological child together in the future.
Yes! Scientific breakthrough with 2 male parents. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
I think if we have to depend on 2 male parents for the survival of our species, we're screwed. We are never we're done as a race.
Not okay, but not dependent on it, Paul. But another option is fantastic.
Who's going to carry the baby?
A surrogate.
Man?
Woman.
Oh, okay, then that's fine.
But then it's okay. But what, you don't think that you can make it through a 9-month pregnancy?
I mean, I've already been 9 months pregnant.
What?
Do you know what? When I was severely overweight, I was 9 months pregnant.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. That's horrible. Like, I actually, and honest to God, as I was reading about this, this is really interesting. I think that the fact that we could do this could change a lot of people's lives. Because if you look at our history, we've always depended upon either a surrogate to have children. I have 3 children myself. I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren, and all my kids are adopted. But I know that if I'd had the possibility to maybe have a child of my own, it's something I would have pursued. But I think in our community, it costs so much money to be able to even adopt or to find a surrogate and then go through that process. And it's very emotional. There's a lot of feelings attached. I can't imagine being a woman and carrying that baby and then having to give it up, which I know most people don't ask that. But I think this could revolutionize or at least change the way we perceive how families are in our community, and I think it's actually a really incredible thing.
It really is.
I just don't want to have 8 pups at a time. That's a whole lot. That would be a whole lot.
That would be a whole lot of babies, right? Oh God! But the possibilities give us hope. You know, I mean, again, I also know that people like Tucker Carlson and Ron DeSantis seeing a story like this are like, their brains are exploding. You know, just the utter possibility of 2 men being able to make a baby without, would just freak him out. It'd be like the end of the world.
Which might be good.
Which might be
good.
Might
be the aneurysm we've been waiting for.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Did I say that? Well, sorry.
You did say that. And this will go on forever.
Great.
Like, there's no way to erase this. The internet is forever.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Like, forever. Streaming is forever.
I've said worse.
I know you have. Well, listen, I love these advances in technology.
It's incredible.
It's the possibilities are just wonderful. Like you said, it takes so much money to give a child in need a home.
Absolutely.
They make it so difficult for folks in our community to
And there's so many
children.
kids that need children.
And
there's so many kids that need
homes.
parents. There's so many, all 3 of my kids. I mean, like, it's just when I look back on it and I think about it now, like, I'm so grateful I adopted. But there's still, I'm the last guy in my family to carry on the family name. And like, that was it. So it dies with me. And it would have been kind of cool to be able to, well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, who wants to carry on this craziness? But it would have been, no, seriously, it would have been really cool to carry on the family name and that aspect where I could, could keep that line moving.
Yeah, no, and the possibility that you could have done that with someone you love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, there was a study that came out a couple of weeks back about how children of LGBTQ plus parents are more adjusted. They're better they're well-rounded. They have less emotional issues, which is crazy. You would, think far right thinks completely the opposite, that we're there grooming children at every turn. And instead, we're making these kids a good part of society, a good citizens of this earth from the beginning.
And I love that you just touched on that, because all three of my kids are heterosexual, right? They were
Sorry.
No, it's okay. They were young enough. I'm
Happens.
super happy they are. Like, I love them for who they are. And it's interesting because you hear so much in people talking about we're grooming or we're changing. If that was the factor, I don't think you would see all these gay couples that have kids, and some have gay kids.
Yeah.
Some have straight kids. It has nothing to do with that.
Well, how about us? We've been groomed to be straight since inception.
Yeah.
Okay, and we still ended up being
Came out as we are.
Man-loving man here, and you know me, I'm all about the V, baby. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.